You guys know what the most viewed live chess match of all time is?
No.
It's an Indonesian podcaster named Corbusier.
Corbusier.
Yeah, and it's the Dewa Kipas chess match. Long story short, 2021 March, I play a game online on my stream. I'm like, my opponent's cheating. I just report my opponent, they get banned for cheating. At some point, that account won 27 games in a row.
And that just wouldn't happen.
It's just a cheater. That night, a guy makes a post from Indonesia. He's Indonesian, says, my father played a big streamer, and the streamer got mad. He lost to my father, mass reported my father, and now my dad is banned, and my dad is a local tournament champion. Here's all the proof. He won some chess trophies. I was canceled by a country. I learned in March 2021, Indonesia. Do you know how many people live in Indonesia? Like 250 million. It's like the fourth biggest country on the planet.
Yeah.
CNN Indonesia picked this up. Nobody fact-checked anything. Yeah. For all we know, the young son could have cheated on the dad's account. We don't know. Long story short, Corbusier invites the dad and the son to the podcast, and what they do is they organize this match between the father and Irene Sukandar, who is an international chess master, one of the best players in Indonesia, and they had a prize fund of like $20,000.
Oh.
This chess match was watched by 1.3 million people live on YouTube.
So it became this massive sporting event in Indonesia.
And she won 3-0 because he was
okay at chess.
He was okay at chess, but not enough to beat me or her. And it's still not clear like who actually cheated. But this is where it sort of stopped. But that was a crazy month because like I was receiving thousands of DMs a day telling me that like I'm gonna get murdered and like it was.
And I'm sure they all apologized to you.
That did not happen. but now there is a positive resolution to the whole thing. I do have a lot of chess fans from Indonesia. Like, hey man, sorry. Like this is kind of how it is here. Like we want to stand up for what's right. And if you just read the headline, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I reported a 50-year-old man with my fan base and got him banned. But whatever that account was, if it was the son, he probably cheated. Like he did cheat. So controversy sells. 1.3 million live.
Does it negatively impact your score when you lose to somebody significantly worse than you?
Yeah, I mean, there's the ELO, the rating changes every game.
Got it.
So if you're 500 and I'm 1500, and I lose to you, mine might go down like 15 points. But the good thing is, like, I can win it back. It's not a fatal blow. It's very different than if you lose a championship fight and the person pops, like that's very different. In chess, you can run it back very
immediately.
Fast. Yeah,
yeah. There's a thing like in paddle where in order to like play in the certain division, you need to be like over a 5.
Yeah, sure.
So what happens is once people get over a 5, they just stop playing matches where the scores are tallied.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, I can't risk going down and then I can't play in this division anymore. But does that happen at all with chess?
Yeah, but like more on a human level in the sense that, oh my God, I'm so close to 1,000. That's a big benchmark for people.
I need to get there.
Yeah, I think everybody, you can get to 1,000. You have to change a couple things, fine tune, and like study a little bit more. But once you get to 990, you're shitting your pants. My wife was on the grind recently. She got to 992. And then she lost like 100 points. And this is normal.
100 points?
Yeah, well, because over time, you lose, you get tilted, you want to play a little bit more. I was stuck at 2850, my peak, for like 5 years. And then I
hope that you were just playing as like other people against her when she got to 992.
No.
I can't let this chick get to 1,000. I'll never hear the end of it.
I also, we had the opposite where she'd be like, we're like sometimes sitting. She's like, is my position good? I'm like, I'm very fair. I'm like, I can't tell you. Because if you were playing someone and like on the other side, someone's cheating, I'm like, I would be furious. But certainly there's this. I was stuck at 2,800 for 5 years. And when I broke to 2,900 the first time, I almost threw a party for myself. And then since then I climbed to 3,000. And you know what I think? I think there was rating inflation.
What does that mean?
I think just like the way it works, there's a weird period of time where the average rating sort of floats up. For example, if Hikaru and Magnus go from 3,300 to 3,400, and then they start losing games, it's like trickle-down economics.
Obvious, those points got to go somewhere.
Then they go to the 32, the 31, the 3,000.
Yes.
Suddenly everyone's kind of going up. ELO is a whole fascinating thing. It's like mathematical formulas and everything. ELO around the world is different. For example, a 1,500 in India is not a 1,500 from America.
Who's better?
The 1,500 from India.
Just more people playing?
Yeah, way better. Another example, before the chess boom 6 years ago, a 1,200 on chess.com was awful. Now a 400 can defeat a 1,200 from 5 years ago because there's so much knowledge. The average ELO is going lower. Like all the people are good.
Oh, wow.
But they're all, for your games might be chaotic, but they also might be completely, you just play a game, you're like, I didn't do anything wrong and I fucking lost.
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was cheating and I lost.
So ELO is another fascinating thing. It's not like tennis. I wish it was. It's just a culmination of like a calendar year, but it's not quite like that.
I'm curious, people use all sorts of metaphors to describe chess, and you were even mentioning some before, like business or whatever. What is it about chess that is so addictive? And what metaphor could you use to explain it to people that maybe have never played or played a little when they were a kid?
Yeah, it's very easy. For me, also being a person who did some boxing, did some judo, and like followed it for basically half my life, it compares directly to a one-on-one fight. Even the preparation for an opponent is exactly the same. Their playing style, how they start the game, their strengths and weaknesses, like at what point are they going to get tired? It's very similar to that.
What do you mean at what point are they going to get tired?
Well, for example, I don't want to get two topics, so let me just answer this first. Yeah. It probably, that is probably the best comparison that I could draw. It's to individual sport. And it hooks people because it's uniquely the one activity that makes you feel incredibly intelligent and incredibly stupid at the same time. Yeah. There is nothing like it. You feel so proud when you win a chess game, and then you feel unbelievably dumb when you play rook takes pawn. You're like, what? Nothing can bring that out of you. It's a mental warfare. It's like 4 hours of a physical sport, but in your head. And we got demons up here, and like they really come out. It exposes all of your kind of worst habits. What was your question?
The mental aspect. Sorry, so the mental fatigue. You say you can track, or you'll know when somebody will start to get tired?
Yeah, easily. You can sort of analyze like, hey, this person in the third and fourth hour of the game is like less accurate. They manage their time worse. They leave themselves less time.
So when you're preparing for an opponent that not just a random game that happens on chess.com, but like this is somebody that you know that you're going up to, you're looking at like openings that they'll commonly use. How many different openings will, for example, someone of your level have?
4 or 5 consistently, like with white and black.
Oh, so it's not like 10,000 different.
No, it's tight.
So you play. Wow, it is kind of like boxing, where it's like this guy's a counterpuncher, this guy big swings, and then you have 4 or 5 that you're comfortable playing through. But there's thousands of permutations, so other people might have a 4 or 5 that have nothing to do with yours.
Yeah, I study their over-the-board games, the games they've played live. If I'm lucky, I uncover their secret online account that has no name, but there's ways that if you're smart, you can sort of find it. Now what people do is they play on chess.com with like a fake flag, a fake profile picture. I have an account like that. Everybody does.
A ghost account?
Yeah, because you need to train. You need to play your real openings so you can simulate it in a game, like sparring in the gym.
Yeah.
But you can't have people knowing that that's what you're practicing, right?
Wow.
So that's what you do. You do 3 or 4 openings. You check your opponent's games. Most of us are working behind the scenes. Like for the next tournament, I'm going to go and I'm going to play a new thing that my opponent won't expect.
So you're developing a new opening that you're comfortable with.
Yep. That I played in online games that you never saw that I played in online games.
Got it. And so you're trying to track what that might be for your opponent.
Yes.
And knowing what their opening is, like what type of advantage percentage-wise?
So first of all, you get them down on time early. So they're deep in the tank.
That's interesting.
They're trying to then if you get really lucky.
I don't like this time thing, by the way.
But we gotta,
I know you have to do it for the sport, right? But like, if you're looking at its purest form, it's not who makes the decision the fastest. It's just who makes the right decision.
But can you say the same thing about fighting? Like you're in a boxing match and it's like, well, it should just be whoever beats the shit out of the other guy the most. But it's like, well, you have time.
Well, I would say it's like the inverse in boxing, right? Because it's like, if you really wanted to know who the best, most skilled boxer was, you would have less time per round.
Yeah, but it's kind of like,
because you don't want exhaustion to be calculated into the skill of the sport.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because once you get tired by the end of the round, you can't throw as many punches, you can't dunk as much. If you just want to know who was the best at throwing punches, who hit the hardest, etc. But I guess it is part of having a gas tank is part of it. So I guess you could calculate that as like decision speed.
It's like how Joe Rogan he advocates for 1 round. Or I don't know if he advocates for 1 round or if he advocates for just an open space, like no cage.
I've heard. I think
the 25-minute round of fighting. the champs would probably be different if they had an opportunity.
I think Khabib maybe even said that too, which is like, why, or maybe Nate Diaz was like, why don't we just have no rounds? It's just one round. Whoever wins the
And it
fight
becomes a
wins.
different sport in a way.
Yeah, and then it's like, I guess that's a good point.